What's up, guys? Quick one here. We're just gonna talk about video game console prices, video game prices, and just the way the industry's going. But before we go any further, I just wanna remind you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It really helps with the algorithm, and I really appreciate it. Now, let's get down to business, shall we? In late March 2026, Sony announced that they were going to increase their console prices across the board, right? So the PS5 came out at, I think, $400, 400 euro for the base, and then the disc edition was 500, right? And now in big 2026, your base PS5 is gonna cost $600, right? $600. Disc edition, 650. PS5 Pro, $900. That's dangerously close to 1,000. This is ridiculous. This should not be happening. And the only reason why this is happening is because we've let Sony get away with this behavior. Sony, when pressed, when backed into a corner, will tell you that this is a reaction to market forces. It's just demand and supply, bro. It's just demand and supply, plus chip shortages and AI data centers and Straits of Hormuz. Like our supply chains are compromised. It's nonsense, guys. It's nonsense. Sony increased their prices back in 2022 when they were boasting about turning a profit on their consoles. Consoles traditionally don't make profit, but for once in their life, they're actually turning a profit on consoles. I mean, I'm sure like in the past, maybe the PS1. I think the PS1 is profitable. Someone fact check that for me in the comments. Please keep it civil. This is like straight off the dome. This is just based on information I've been absorbing for the last 2 months. So, turn a profit, increase the prices. Why? Because screw you, that's why. You're not going to do anything about it. You pay pig. That's their approach to things. Because don't forget, these are the same people that did not want backward compatibility on the PS5. It only became a thing because like people pressured them, and also Microsoft had a excellent track record with that, right? But if it was up to them, you wouldn't be able to play your PS5 games on the your PS4 games on the PS5, because Sony is anti-consumer. Microsoft is worse, or maybe same level, I guess. I don't know, but I don't think we hate Sony enough. I don't think we're angry enough with Sony, because like Sony won the console war as far as like the living room is concerned. They won the living room space, right? Nintendo's a different story altogether. You can't beat Nintendo at what they do. Nintendo's just gonna Nintendo, and they're like mobsters out there, like their prices and stuff. But what Sony's doing is crazy, and it makes me wonder, like, because I'm privileged enough to have the Series S, PS5, and the Switch Lite. I'm good as far as games are concerned for this generation, right? But I'm thinking, like, one of my friends has a PS5. She can't afford she's got a PS4. She can't afford a PS5 right now. And I was thinking, like, how does a person play current gen games if the barrier to entry is a $600 price tag? Because like even secondhand consoles are gonna go up in price. They have to, right? People are greedy. They're gonna sell it as close to the MSRP as they can, right? The Series S has gone up in price as well. The Series S was a sweet deal. I remember back in the day, I got mine for like 250, 270. Now it's gone up. It's like 400. Unless you buy it secondhand, you're gonna get screwed, right? And the whole thing about the Series S was like it's a trade-off. It's weak, but it's cheaper. So I guess if you're willing to put up with that price tag, I don't know, but it loses its appeal. You can't buy a Steam Deck anymore. They're out of stock. They're perpetually out of stock unless Gabe Newell says something. I heard something, but as far as I'm concerned, they're not in stock. The Asus ROG is expensive. The cheaper one that I saw was pretty weak. I remember they said it's got performance issues. I forgot the name. And also, the guys in the IT store were saying that The current stock is going to run out soon. And once that runs out, the prices are going to go up. There's no way out of this one, right? And you can't build computers because, like, RAM is super expensive. Storage, like, I try to buy a hard drive to store my videos, and even that, like, a terabyte is $100. 6 months ago, this shit was like, I think $50, 50 euro, whatever, 50 eddies. And prices are just skyrocketed because, like, these jabronis keep erecting AI centers, data centers on people's land, just like making everything shittier. Anyway, so I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments. But if you were stuck in the last generation of games with the last gen console, and you wanted to get into gaming, you wanted to play more modern games because like the PS4 can't support anything anymore. I think Genshin Impact is gonna start. One of my friends is saying she's not gonna be able to play Genshin Impact on a PS4 anymore, something like that. What would you suggest for a person like that? Would you? Because I think like with all the ports that are coming out, I think mobile might be a lot of people's best option. The demand for phones is elastic. You could delay a purchase, but you can't do without a smartphone in 2026, at least not in this part of the world. So if you buy an iPhone or like one of the mid-range slash flagship Samsungs or whatever, you're going to be able to play Genshin Impact. You're going to be able to play Where Winds Meet. You're going to be able to play Wuthering Waves, Honkai, Rail Star, Star Rail, whatever. All these games, right? And these games have a lot of engagement. They are generally of high quality, high fidelity. You even have like the Persona 5X thing. You've got Devil May Cry 5, what's it called? Peak Combat, whatever, before it became shitty. You got Diablo Immortal, you got Hades now, you got Divinity, you got COD Mobile. There's no shortage of stuff to play on mobile. And I think as people get more and more disillusioned with AAA games, with the $70 price tags, with the threats of like raising it to 100, I think more and more people are going to start to see that mobile is actually maybe viable. I know parts of Asia, like a lot of people play mobile as their primary gaming platform. So I don't know, guys. I think I used to frown when people said mobile is the future of gaming, but they may have been right.